you see him in suit.
Yeah.
But then you see him with a hard hat. What are some of the questions that are coming into your mind? When you see he's suited in pink shirt and he's got his ball cap, then he's got tools.
What job are you doing?
Okay, so that's a good question. What job are you doing? And it's good to get to that. Any other question? Are you an engineer?
Yeah,
okay, that's a good question because they can look like that together. Any other question? Home renovation? In suit?
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other question or assumption?
What else pops up in your mind? Like, what are you curious about? What?
You work in a company.
Do I work in a company? Okay.
So now, tell us about yourself.
Okay, my name is Chinedum Omoruche. Currently, I am a real estate agent.
That's the suit.
That is the suit.
That's the suit.
So when I take this out and put this here, I can become a real estate agent. I can put up the tie. The next minute, somebody wants to fix a door. And I remove this one. I put on this one. Now I am going to become a carpenter. I'll tell you some things about this. How many of you have seen this before? How many? Okay, where have you seen it? Construction site. Where?
On
TV. On TV? Good. And you, where? Construction site again. And you? Home Depot. Yeah. You guys are all correct. Some people on TV will show you this. Why? These things are called personal protective equipment, but we'll come to this later. I just wanted you to know why I brought all this here. Answering the question of what do you do in Nigeria, in Africa. Your parents want the best for you. They want you to become a doctor, an accountant, an engineer, and things like that. So after my secondary education, I went to university. I studied accountancy. So I had a second class upper division in accountancy. And when I came out, I started working in a bank. And then when I wanted to get more promotions, I decided, okay, let me further my education. I went to the UK. I had a master's degree in project management because I was beginning to manage branch development. This started giving me some ideas. You know, in project management, it has to do a lot with knowing what is going on in the project you're managing. So I started getting interest in the construction side as well. I moved to Canada in 2013, and life happened. That is something the previous speaker said about when you want to choose your career in the things that
It's relevant.
they are relevant to. It's going to make you money. But not only that, something that is going to be sustainable. You know, when he was talking about when there is recession, some people will be asked to go. But there are people that won't lose their jobs. Those people are people, anything that is basic needs for the human existence, they won't lose their jobs. People, if you're doing something like food consumption, anything that has to do with housing, you know, things like this, they are kind of recession proof. Why? Because we will all be interested in where we sleep. Who wants to sleep outside tonight? How many people want to sleep outside tonight? Nobody. So you must sleep somewhere, you must eat. That's why when you say HVAC, when there is cold, everybody wants some heat. So they must be in business. Now, when I came to Canada, life happened. When adults will understand that terminology better. When they say life happened, you can get broke, things will happen to you, and you're starting life all over again. Now, this is what we don't want to happen to you. You learn from other people's mistakes. You learn from what people did not get right, then you get it right. That's why you're here today. Some mistakes we made, you can correct those mistakes and you become superstars before our age. I started going into the trades at the age of 38. That's very much advanced. And in my class, I had people that were 17 and all that. But why did I go into that? I'll give you a brief rundown of it. I was reading something, an article, and there was a question that article asked. And when I explain this to you, you will understand the balance between what you take pleasure in doing and what is going to make you money. They are two different things. And that's why they say, don't plan your life so you have just one thing doing. Plan your life so that you will have multiple streams of income. Everybody has their different opinions about life. But in my own opinion, one of your major streams of income must be from your passion. And I will explain that to you. That article I was reading asked a question which a lot of adults till today are not able to answer. That question is, if we all earn the same income despite what we do, what would you want to be? Let's say you're a medical doctor, you're going to earn $10,000 a month, and you're a teacher, you're going to earn $10,000 as well. And I am a cleaner, and I'm going to earn $10,000. So no matter what you do, the government is just going to pay you $10,000. Nobody's going to earn more than that, no matter what you do. What do you think you want to do? You, go first. What would you want to be? If they say, we are going to pay everybody the same amount of money, no matter what you do. You become a dentist. Good, keep that in mind. What would you want to be if everybody is paid the same amount of money? An engineer? This is a huge question. I'll leave that to you to think about it. It's not a question you can answer in one go. Now, I'll tell you mine. If everybody were to earn the same amount of money, I will become a farmer or a carpenter.
Somebody asked
me why. When I was a kid, I used to build cages, houses for poultry, and I have this interest in anytime I see people building, I want to build. But my parents wanted me to become something else. Now, when I came to Canada, where you can become whatever you want to be, anything that sparks off your interest, you can become that if you put up a whole lot of effort into doing it. Now let me explain to you why I became a carpenter. One, it gives me pleasure to create things. I want to solve things. I like building things, and I look at what I've built and it gives me pleasure. So people see that in the way I work, because when I work, I put the whole of my being into it. That's why passion is important too when you're choosing a career. But you don't choose a career only based on passion. You have to choose a career based on something that can put income, money on the table. That's why you see me on the other flip side. I'm also a real estate agent. So I am making money from this, I'm making money from that. It's tough being in the trades. I have to be honest with you, but you have to enjoy it. You have to know that there are benefits. One of the benefits is the money. You will always make money. People will always want something fixed. People always call you for something. So you will make money. 2, you will enjoy it. 3, in your house, you can call me to come and fix your door. I'll charge you $100. If you know how to do it, you can do it for yourself. That's why in the trades, I can buy a rundown property, I renovate it by myself, I can make $100,000 from it. Because if I flip it, just fix it up, but people will see you as being dirty. So don't always focus on how you look. Don't always focus on what people will think about you. Focus on what will make your life better.
They always say money is dirty, but it's okay. Do you guys know why they say money is dirty? Why? Because it goes through so many hands. It passes through so many people, but yet it's still valuable.
The dirty hands clean money.
Yes.
I'm going to shoot a gun.
What?
I'm giving you something to protect yourself. In carpentry, safety is as important as anything. But why I brought this thing is for you to know one important thing about safety is it is personal. It is your own responsibility. It's called personal protective equipment.
PPE.
PPE.
We talk about PPE.
And it's called personal because it's personal. The one I'm giving you, you keep it. After using it today, you can go home with it. Okay? But next time you see somebody trying to do something risky that could flip into your eye, remember to put your safety glasses on. Okay? So let's do something. Go ahead, ask your question. No, normal glasses, they don't count. You will see I am wearing the normal one, right? When I want to use that gun, I will flip it, I will change it to this one because it has to be the safety one so that you protect yourself, you don't want to get hurt. It is interesting, but it is risky. So you'll always get prepared for it. Okay, I have one. This one is for the head. If you're going to walk anywhere that something can fall, that's when you see people wearing this on television, on work site. If there's any chance that something will fall from the top, you have to put this on. If we're going to use any machine that is going to make a lot of sound, we have to cover the ears. You always need to protect yourself at all times. And then this one doesn't make a lot of noise. But the accident is that I could shoot it and the pin will go off and land on somebody's eyes. No, so your eyes is the most important thing here when you're using this kind of equipment. Go on. This is called a nail gun. It's called a nail gun. This one is called 18-gauge brad nail gun. The brad nail is the little nails, and we use them to hold things together. Now let me show you how this works. If it is on the board, right, I put it that way. Always make sure it's facing outside of any other person. You cannot shoot this gun facing this way because people are this way, okay? Anytime you want to shoot it, you always have to make sure it's not in the direction of another person. Now let's do this. Okay, now it needs power. Okay, so this is a typical thing that happens on work site.
Battery is there.
The battery seems to have run down.
You got a spare one?
No, there is no spare. I came from the work site with this. It has a battery in it. The battery seems to be weak. I think the guys have been using it all day outside.
Chargeable or do you have to?
Yeah, it's chargeable.
Chargeable.
We always charge this. You use it in scenarios like this where you go and you don't want to carry cables. The one that has cables is more effective because it never disappoints. This is one of the disadvantages of this one, is because for whatever reason you might try to use it and it's not working. So they are called power tools, but some are cordless, some are corded. One of the main disadvantages of the cordless ones is what just happened right now. You try to use it and it's not coming out. If it is a corded one, it will never disappoint you. This is a clear demonstration of what happens in life. If you always rely on one stream of income, imagine what will happen right now. I am stuck. But if I had the other one, if I had the power tool that has cord, what would happen? I would just switch over to this one and life goes on. Just imagine the kind of preparation we have made. We have spent money to buy safety glasses. We have bought materials. We came to site. Everybody's ready. Oh my God. Imagine that. This is exactly what life is about. And this is my demonstration of why you can never rely on one job as a means of income. Rely on your passion. Your passion is going to grow over time, which is what I have done. I always wish I went to carpentry when I was a kid, at the age of maybe 10. By now, I would have been more advanced in carpentry. I started this. Now I have my own company. Now I develop basements for people. I enjoy what I do. I make money doing it as well. But it doesn't come that easy. You always have to start with something that will put food on your table. Because life happens this way. You think you have prepared yourself. If you ask me, I had prepared from Nigeria. I was a banker. I had a master's degree. I had an MBA, a second master's degree. I had a PMP. I became a project management professional. I thought, in fact, I went to US. I did another training as a solar panel installer. After going through all this, in my mind, I thought it's all settled. Life happens. So if I rely on only this one, life has happened to me. Just imagine we are ready, we are prepared, we went to school. That is similar to buying the glasses. You all have it on. Some of you have taken out your own better glasses and you put on the safety one. You're ready to face life. And what happens? The battery is not charged. So if we had the other one that has cable, life goes on.
Yeah.
I hope you take that lesson with you today. That's why the trades is very important. With the trades, you will always have something that you can fall back to when life happens to you. Okay? And that's the end of my presentation.